Here at Fayetteville Public Television, we offer a unique group of resources. We offer classes in video production, we offer equipment for people to check out, and then we allow people to make programs that they submit for telecast. And the software that we were using to maintain the operation was software that was developed for public access televisions. It was called Facile, and it was developed in the 90s, and we had been using it since the 90s. But it had not had any updates, and there were no updates slated. And so we knew that it was time for us to start thinking about a modern version of our operational software.
Kind of originally just coming into college, I knew I wanted to do something with technology, with computers. They offered both computer science and computer engineering, and they're both in the engineering college, so I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to do. And I eventually ended up going with computer engineering just because I kind of wasn't sure if I wanted to go more of a kind of a software type career path or interest, or kind of a more computer engineering hardware focused.
So I've been programming since about 8th grade, since I took a game design class, which was a lot of fun. Then I sort of decided to go off into a different tech realm and do biomedical engineering, but didn't really like that as much, didn't really hold up to its expectations, so I decided to come back and do computer science, something I'm familiar with, had a lot of fun with in the past. So
I actually started off in the medical field, but then I realized I like numbers a lot more than science, and computer science is a lot of math. So therefore I just chose to go into a field with a lot of technology and where I can use a lot of mathematical concepts. So I chose computer science.
So as we looked for options as to things we could do, we found lots of production management software, but it did not have all three of those elements. It would either have production equipment resources, they didn't have anything as far as education, and they didn't have anything as far as program submission. So finding something that had the unique group of things that Facile had proved to be very difficult. We also looked into systems that would allow us to essentially customize and build software that way, but ultimately that was very costly. The final bid that we got for something that seemed to be the closest to what we would need was going to be $18,000 for development and then $6,000 annually for a subscription. So knowing that that was far beyond our budgetary abilities, I decided to think outside the box. And it occurred to me to contact the computer engineering department at the University of Arkansas. So I reached out to the dean of that department, who got me in touch with Matthew Padditz, one of the teachers there. And Matthew was very welcoming. When I explained to him what we were looking for, he seemed to think it would be an ideal capstone project. And so I prepared kind of a synopsis of what we were looking for. The process began with Matthew presenting our concept along with all the other concepts that were brought to the table for students to sign up for to make these teams. The team of 6 people that we got signed up for us specifically because they were very excited to work on a project that would have real-world applications immediately being used by a community.
He kind of gave a brief overview of all of the kind of outside sponsored projects after we presented all of our own original project ideas, and he presented and talked about this project, and I really liked it. It was my top preference. It was number 1 for me.
just like Garrett said, Dr. Padditz sort of got up and introduced all the external projects to us, and Fayetteville Public Television was also my first choice. I thought it was really exciting, and definitely didn't know you guys existed here either.
There were a lot of external projects, and this is the one that was the most intriguing to me, where you can build it from the ground up, and I saw a definite end. So this was, again, number one, like the rest of my team members.
I knew that here in the 21st century, we needed operational software that was outward facing. We needed people to be able to online register for classes, create a profile, check out equipment, and even submit programming without having to come here to the facility. We knew that that was going to be the way that we were going to have to move forward. So in the fall of 2017, we spent time designing what the software would look like. And then in the spring of 2017, they did the build. And so that was also meeting with them forum to discuss the functionality of what we were looking for. We got to play with different things and try things to see if they worked. And then finally, towards the end of the semester, we had most of the way there a software package that was allowing us to work with our functionality. And then in August of 2018, we became solely reliant on the operational software.
I think just kind of overall, had no idea that something like this existed anywhere, let alone here in Fayetteville. And I remember the first time we came here and you guys showed us around. It's very impressive to me, and what all you guys had and the resources and how it's just available to people. And it shocked me because I had no idea. So I'm sure probably none of my other friends or other people that I know this exists. So this is definitely a really kind of hidden gem, I think, that a lot of people could take advantage of.
I just want to say thank you to you because you have been really responsive. There are times in other places where, the sponsors are not as responsive, and that can make challenging and development really difficult. So I just got to say thank you to you.
No, just like Garrett said again, this is really a hidden gem. I had no idea Fayetteville Public Television was out here, and it's been a lot of fun working with you guys. You guys have been super responsive. I don't think I've ever had another client, either in my days freelancing or at work or anything, that's just been really, really helpful and responsive and as excited about the project as you are. So I really appreciate that.
The new operational software allows users to go to our website and find the login button where they're able to create a profile, they're able to sign up for classes, they're able to check out equipment, and then they're even able to submit their completed program for telecast all through the new FPTV portal. This is just another example of how the University of Arkansas is such a great resource for our community. And we are so thankful to the University of Arkansas, to the Computer Sciences and Engineering Department, to our team of software developers for making this idea a reality and helping us come up with a creative community solution to this problem.